I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a very interesting question based on derivatives in calculus. The question here is the equation of tangent line to the curve y equals to 1 plus kx divided by 2 minus kx at x equals to 1 is y equals to 9x minus c, where c is a constant, where c is a constant, y just as k. Okay, find the value of k. Find the value of k. So that is the question for you. We had a very similar video where we had given value of c, so that made this question much simpler. Now you can actually pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Now let's understand this question. It says equation of tangent line to this curve at x equals to 1 is this. Now the line equation is y equals to 9x minus c, where 9 is the slope, right? So you can say that slope, which is m, is equals to 9. Now what is slope? Slope is rate of change, right? Slope is rate of change. So some of you who haven't done calculus could actually solve this question using rate of change. And those who have done calculus, for them we'll find dy dx of the given equation and match it with 9 to find the value of k, right? So dy dash, or we also write this as y dash, depending on which convention you take, right? So let's find the derivative of this function. I'll find the derivative of this function with quotient rules, right? So we have this equation as y equals to 1 plus kx divided by 2 minus kx, and then dy dx will be what? Dy dx means differentiating this equation with respect to x will be equal to square of the denominator. That's the formula, right? So we're just applying straight formula of derivatives. Derivative of the first term, which is k, right, times denominator, which is 2 minus kx, minus derivative of the denominator, which is minus k, right, minus k times the first term, 1 plus kx. Is that okay? So that is the formula. Let me rewrite this formula here, right? So we are saying u over v. We want to find a derivative of this, right? So we are saying this derivative is v square, derivative of u times v minus derivative of v times u. So that's the formula which we have applied here to find the solution. And this derivative is actually rate of change, which should be equal to 9. So this should be equal to 9, right? That is the concept. Now we can actually cross multiply and solve the equation. So we'll cross multiply and solve. So this numerator is equals to 9 times 2 minus kx square whole square, right? So that is what this is, right? So let's do it. So k times 2 is 2k, okay, then minus k square x, minus minus becomes plus, so we have plus k, and plus k square x equals to 9 times all this, 9 times square of this, 2 minus kx whole square. Perfect. Now we'll combine few terms here. K square x cancel, 2k plus k is 3k. So we have 3k equals to 9 times, let's expand this, which is 4 minus 2ab, that is 4kx, plus square of this, that means k square x square. Is it okay? So that is what we get. Now we can open this bracket. I can actually divide by 3 also. So we get k equals to 3 times 4 minus 4kx plus k square x square. Okay. So very less space is here for me to solve this question. Okay. Let me rearrange all this. So we got 3 times k square x square. Now we need to find the value of k. So we have 3 times k square x square, and then we have minus 4 times 3 is 12, minus 12kx, and then we have this k comes on this side, so we have minus k, and then we have 3 times 4 as 12, so plus 12 equals to 0. Now what we know here is that this is equal to 9 for x equals to 1, okay? So this is 9 for x equals to 1. So I'll substitute 1 here and then find the value of k, okay? It becomes much simpler. So as soon as I write 1 here, I get 3k square, this is 1, minus 12k minus 12k becomes minus 13k, and then we have plus 12 equals to 0. Now this equation, 3k square minus 13k plus 12, you could actually factor this, right? Or you could use quadratic formula. 12 times 3 is 36, so 9 and 4 will help you figure this out, right? 9 and 4. Or you can use the quadratic formula to solve this equation. So since the space is very little here, I'll just use the quadratic formula. In fact, we know the factors also. So we can say k equals to minus b, which is 13, plus minus square root of b square. 13 square is 169, minus 4ac. So 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 12 is 144, divided by 2 times a, which is 6, right? So I hope that is clear to you. And what I need to do is just find the value of this, right? So 169 minus 144 gives you 25, right? 25, square root is 5. So we have 13 plus minus 5 over 6, perfect. So if I use the positive value, we get 18. So let me write down 2 answers here, okay? So if I use the positive value, which is 13 plus 5, so 18 divided by 6 is 3. And if I use the negative value, which is 13 minus 5, that is 13 minus 5 will be 8, right? So 8 over 6, correct? So 8 plus 5 is 13. So 8 over 6 could be written as 4 over 3, okay? So these are the 2 values which you get for k, correct? So when c is constant, k could be either 3 or 4 over 3 for our case. Now, so those will be possible. So we'll just go with 3 for the time being, right? We don't want to complicate this by making a lot more fractions. So we'll take 3 value for the time being. Any could have worked either, right? So there's no option like this. So, but I hope you understand and appreciate how to solve such questions, right? That's a very good application on derivatives, and these are the steps to be followed to answer such a question. Thank you and all the best.